been a while. Thank you, Bob, for facilitating this. I remember the first time I was invited a couple years ago. So just to iterate or be in a community with some fellow poets, thank you to Sean. Every poem that I've written in this manuscript he's already read, so thank you for reading them and for supporting me. Lamont was talking about politics and truth and how poets are sometimes considered truth tellers. And June Jordan said, poetry is a political act because it involves telling the truth. And that's one of my favorite quotes about poetry. Sean read a poem that had the image of water in it, so I'm going to read some water poems or some river poems tonight. Most of which are in honor of my friend Jessica M. Amnarag, who passed away in October. This one's a fresh one, y'all. Body of water. I had a dream last night. I am a raging river. Some question whether black women are the progenitors of human life. First, acknowledge that black women are essential, both life-sustaining and deadly, will make you drown in pools of ecstasy for fun, will remind you that she is every tear you cry, rivers. People see my body when I'm resting. They will come to collect every ounce. I have to give rivers. I have to keep you alive. I need to bask in my own river sweetness for a while. I have to give rivers. I have to keep myself alive. I am every raging river. Last night I had this dream. Down by the riverside. The Mississippi is your mother now. This water will bear your burdens. This water will carry our tears because this water is living. Let's say you are mothering us, Mississippi. You crossed the River Jordan down by the riverside. You found a place that does not compromise with being stagnant. You found your place, a place by the river. A place you wanted to dwell. The irony is that you moved even closer to home. To a river that, with banks that To a river with banks that collect common pleas like spare change. Bless the Mississippi for her patience. You stepped into a mother who is liberal with quelling our deepest fears. You stepped into a water that rises high enough for you to rest your weary head. So I was watching for May because I want to move to New Orleans. And I found out that, so it was carnival season, and there is a crew called the Crew of St. Anne. And before I even wrote it, well, I didn't know this until after I wrote the poem. Every year, the Mardi Gras crew will go all the way down whatever street it is. And they go down to the Mississippi Moonwalk, which is what the poem is about. It's steps that just lead right to the Mississippi. If you care to fall in, you can. And you can actually pour in the ashes of your loved ones who passed from the year before. And I walked past this place like 3 times and didn't notice it until my last trip when I went to, my friend's homegoing. So this is called Mississippi Moonwalk. In hindsight, I should be grateful that the day I left, there was a cold front. I stood by the Mississippi reflecting on your transition and hoping this was the precise place where your spirit stepped in to our open-hearted mother. Wearing a sparkling white robe with a mile-long train, how often does a staircase end by the gentle jawline of a riverbank? Where else can I witness humans dance on rooftops and touch heaven? The Promised Land. If I ever find another place that feels like home, a place that is freeing, with no limitations, let me claim myself a new victorious being, boundless, a living wind above fertile ground, a breeze of beauty that studies this utopian land, that is imperishable and ordained with the exquisite blood of our ancestors. And I'll just read one more. If I can find it, but I know it's in there.
I love the line of exquisite blood.
Paradise. Ode to the birthplace of jazz, where teeth glint proudly like polished glass and sweat tastes like fruit juice, We're second line to the sweetest form of black resilience known to man. Ode to a place where the colors black and gold explain how the music is honey dripping like raindrops from a Pentecostal heaven during a spontaneous rapture. Thank you.